Hello there everyone. Today I want to show you how to make this snake weave with your wire, and it looks like this. So this is the effect that you can get. It's quite nice and it grows quite quickly, and using your 3 base wires there to achieve this look. So if you want to learn how to make this, then keep watching. So for this weave what we're going to use is 3 base wires, and I'm just using my 1mm wire here. So we have the 3 lengths. And then I'm just using a 0.4mm wire to wrap with here. So what we need to do first is just attach this to one of the base wires, just so we can start working with it comfortably. So just wrap it around just about twice or so, and this is just to start it off. So that's connected now. We have a weaving wire onto one of our base wires. So what I'm going to do is immediately bring another of the base wires in, put that above the first one and then on top of the weaving wire, just like that. And we hold these two together, and then what we're going to do is wrap around both wires here, just as if we wrapped around the one, but just do it around both. And then because we wrapped it around the one first as well, what we have is a natural gap between the 2 wires, which we're going to need for the next step. But that's around both wires twice, like that. So now we're coming from above and down behind the 2 base wires here. So now what we need to do is bring in the third one. Again, lay it above the rest and then on top of your weaving wire. So just like this. So now what we need to do is come up between the 2 bottom ones. So the 2 that we just wrapped around, we're going to come up with our weaving wire in between those 2. So right there. And as you can see, because we wrapped around that first base wire on its own, that gives us the natural space to come up there comfortably and push it all the way down next to those 2 wraps that we just did around both wires. Because if you just taken the 2 wires and wrapped around both at the same time, they would be completely flush against each other, and you wouldn't be able to get your weaving wire up in between them and right down next to your weave. So that's why we need that there. So what we need to do now is wrap around the top 2, so these now, do that twice as well, and then come up in the same place, so between the bottom 2, and then once more, just like that. So we've now wrapped around twice around the bottom 2, so these 2 first, and then we wrapped around twice around the bottom, around the top 2, sorry, just like that, and we're coming down behind all the wires. So now we're going down to wrapping around the bottom 2 again. So around the bottom of them and back around the top and down in between the top 2 wires to just wrap around the bottom 2 there. And again we do that twice and then push them all the way down. So now it looks like that. We've wrapped around the bottom 2 twice, top 2 twice, and then the bottom 2 twice again. So now we come up between the 2 we just wrapped, just like that, and then wrap around the top 2 again, and twice just like the other times, and come down behind. So that's basically the weave. We'll just continue doing this. So we do 2 around 2, 2 around the other 2, 2 wraps around the bottom 2, 2 wraps around the top 2. So that's just what we keep doing, and then this builds quite quickly, and when we come from the top we go behind all 3 wires. So what you'll find as well with this weave is when you've made a bit of it, you'll find that the front and the back isn't quite the same. So on the front it looks like this, where we wrap around twice on the wires that we want. On the back you'll find in some of the spaces your weaving wire goes behind all 3. Obviously that'll work just fine if that's what you want to use, that's fine. But there is kind of a front and a back to this as well. So you just keep doing this and it builds up fairly quickly. So I've now kept weaving for a bit here, just to show you the effect that it can give you. So it's a really nice weave, and it can look really nice like this, and like I said, it grows quite quickly. And what you can do is every time you wrap your wire, you can either push it together with your fingers, your nails or something, or you can also take some pliers and just as you go kind of squeeze them together, obviously gently because you don't want to damage the wire, but you can do that as you go just to make it nice and tight and even throughout. So this is what it looks like, a nice and simple weave that can be used for many different things. So I really hope that you enjoyed this and found it useful, and thank you very much for watching. Hello there everyone. Today I want to show you how to do a figure of 8 wire weave, and I'm going to show you both how to do it with 2 base wires here, and when showing a normal weave and then a more open weave, and then also how to add in more base wires. And in this case I'm showing it with 3, so again a normal weave and a more open weave. And this is a very commonly used weave and useful for many different things. So if you want to learn more, then stay tuned. So what I'm going to start out with is showing you the weave